There we go. Give everybody a couple of seconds to get caught up here. That's better. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Something weird going on with the OBS. It was giving me red. Yeah, but that's just because I haven't focused anything yet. Now is it better? What's up, Jacob? All right. That was weird. Nah, it was the what's up? What's going on, Brian? I don't know, it must be you, Joe, because mine are all clear. The something going on with OBS, though, is giving me red, and I was getting the white circle of death. So that tells me it's let's just cut our losses and shut it down. You know what I'm saying? So hope you guys are all having a good Friday. Give me one more second, then we're gonna be ready to roll. Sometimes things just happen to not work out with computers. The interwebs they act dumb, and you just have to reload. Yeah, I don't know. It was acting dumb, so I'm glad I reloaded it. Bought a personal box and pulled a Bet's Color Blast. Well, I mean, it could be worse. So at 7 o'clock, we're going to do our case of Panini Prism. I'm actually looking forward to it. I think it's a good-looking product. All right, so we're going to roll. Landon is here, and he's going to be landing us some open packs of cards. Yeah, that's pretty funny. So I got my stuff ready for the shows. Shows tomorrow, shows Sunday. I don't know if we're going to be able to do more than one case break tomorrow or not. Miguel Cabrera. We might only be able to have time for one break tomorrow. Much as I don't like that. Not Cabrera. He is a Tiger. So I'm still trying to work through all this stuff mentally to see where I'm at. You're going to move that so I can put that. There you go. I am looking forward to the cards. The banter, the most importantly, the Mets being... Me too, Christopher, me too. I'm guessing you go by Chris. But if it's Christopher, tell me. That way I don't call you the wrong thing. I don't like to call people by the name they don't like to be called by. Mostly it's jerk or schmuck or something like that for me. So, you know, what are you going to do? A's are the last team. Good. Let's go with Chris. I like that better. I hear you. Casey Myers will get a sleeve. I hear you. I think you got most of you guys know my given name is Carl. The only time I ever hear Carl is when I'm in a heap load of hurt. Carl with a K. Good room for the Dodgers, Bob. Don't care if you are a Phillies fan. Ing is a Marlin. Kirilloff. We hit that dual auto last night. That was pretty cool. That dual auto was pretty cool. Crochet. Hater. Don't be a hater, Josh. We hit his auto yesterday, too. It's kind of nice. Where am I going at? Somewhere in there. Woo. Today is one of those crazy days, man. It's been just so busy. From the minute I got up until now, we've just been literally just running back and forth to the bank, you know, getting everything ready for the show. It's just work. Oh, you know what else we're missing that I didn't get out? Those UFC Kirby Puckett. Hey, real quick, you know where those UFC ones are at, right? Those UFC boxes? Yeah, you do. They're in the back. The ones you put in the back. Oh. Yeah. Bring them out here. Put them. Just grab them. Bring them up here. Okay. Sixto. No, bring them up here. I got to deal with those in between. Manny Machado. I got to tell you, I did watch the highlights of the Field of Dreams thing, and everyone who said it was pretty jamming, they are 100% right. That was pretty jamming. I will say again that I think Tim Anderson is one of the most underrated players in the game. Mariano. I also watched the highlights from the Mets game too, and that pop fly that Pete hit, that just kept going and kept going and kept going. It was a good day for baseball yesterday. Sanchez, black border. Good day for baseball yesterday. He really is Mr. Underrated. The guy's a heck of a player. World's largest something. I looked up his card prices last night, and I think they're pretty in line. His stuff it's not cheap. It's not cheap. So at least I think pricing is in line with. Pache gets a sleeve with what he's done. You know, it was refreshing, Chris. You're right. You're 100% right. Terrific event. They did a good job with it. We always mention when they suck. We should also acknowledge when they've done something right, and that was a right. Adam Blaney gets a relic from who's that actor? Who do we say this looks like? It looks like what's his name? Oh my goodness. Did I mute? No, I don't think I did. What's his name? Will Ferrell. Thank you. From Will Ferrell. I'm pretty sure that's Will Ferrell. That is, I'm telling you, I think that's Will Ferrell. Buck is a little full of himself today. It's funny, someone came in the shop today, and he said, you know, I was watching one of your breaks the other night, and you sound like an announcer. And I'm like, you know, it's funny, somebody compared me to Joe Buck, and I wasn't amused. Kent Herbeck. Maybe I think maybe for my next career, I want to go be the announcer for cornhole. That's what I want to be. Max Muncy. Dude, here at the Cornhole World Championships down here in Louisiana. I don't know any of the cornhole lingo, but I'll learn it. cone. I think those cornhole players are very serious. I watched one last weekend or the weekend before with the kids. We were just sitting there watching them. And this dude was like just dropping it in every single time. Just every, like 23 out of 24 times he hit the center. Doesn't sound like, you know, you got two guys that are good at it and just keep throwing it. Aaronola. I don't know. Dylan. Brim. Hey, go find out. Tell Ian we're into the break already. 7 o'clock. We're gonna get this one done, and then we're going to list the Prism at 7. Move on. I am very happy with where our pricing is at. It started off about $200 higher, and then I started doing my traditional what can we bring down, and I'm happy with where it's at. You're a broadcaster, Chris? What do you broadcast? Maybe we want you to make us some promos. I don't have the voice for it. Price will be up, Max, in 41 minutes. Remind me, would you? Dylan Carlson. Remind me, would you? To get prices up at 6 or 4 o'clock your time, I guess. Cardinals. I didn't know that. That's pretty awesome. You blew it now, Chris. Because if all this dries up, I'm be coming to you for a job and be like, Chris, I'll be your little backup dude, Vaughn. Oh, come on. I love that. I would love to do minor league baseball. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I listen to some of the professional announcers for some of these teams, and they're just boring and dry. I would never be boring and dry. Ken Griffey Jr. I would never be boring and dry. I might be dumb, but I'll never be boring and dry. Mookie Betts. Aaron Judge at the plate. And there's ball 1. Come on, are you kidding me? I mean, that's what we listen to some of these Yankees. Not even anything about anything. And there's ball 2. You know that Aaron Judge, he's a pretty big kid. Foul ball, strike 1. Boy, that foul got out of here in a hurry. Mike Trout, give me a break. Act like you care about something. Mikey the Fish. No one look. Mikey the Fished. Fished. Mikey the Fished. Fished. That's pretty awesome. I wish they had something like that around here. I do that around here. Maybe I'll just announce my own Giants games. I'll watch the game live and just announce. Look at the mascot. I'm guessing this mascot is for the... I don't know. I can't tell because it's a bird, so it could be like any, you know. The Orioles. Why am I putting a top loader on you? I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen him for a little while. Hope everything's okay with him. Restless Craft Breakers. If you're not breaking with us, you suck. That's what I want you to do, Chris. Restless Craft Breakers. Your wife doesn't like anyone else. Alex Kirilov. Alex Kirilov. Stop it, Bob. One of these days, you're going to have to acknowledge the fact that we are absolutely by far and away the best breaker sitting in this chair right now. Someday you're going to have to acknowledge that. I don't know how we are sitting in this chair, but you know, whatever. Lucas Giolito. I put myself in the top 10 breakers in St. Peters, Missouri. Jeffers. Easily the top 10. I know that's a little cocky. But easily the top 10. Who's this? Which one are you, Jesus? Carrasco. Joe Adele. Ron Santo. Who are you? You are far, far away. Oh, geez. That would be bad for the Indians. Because I would never call them the Guardians. Because inevitably it would slip and I would say something along the lines of, could you have picked a dumber name? And then I'd be fired. What's up, CL? They would fire me. Jose Canstanco. Wit. Who is this guy? Mike Lang. A fish. Who are you? Miguel Sano Black Border. By the time we get done with Allen and Ginter, I will be happy to be done with Allen and Ginter, I can tell you that. How many Jared Kelnicks did I hit so far? It's 3. 3. Woo, good catch. You know, the one conversation we had, Chris, he was very cordial. He was just a very nice guy. He was very, you know, pleasant, chatted with us for a few, I mean, he was there on Top's dime, but I certainly think that it shows when people are disingenuous. And he was just a genuine nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Some guys try to hide the fact that they're schmucks, and they don't do a very good job of it. Dion. You guys know what I'm talking about. Posey. And then you got guys like me, like, I don't care. How many did we buy, Ryan? I bought 20 cases. I bought 20 cases. Cronenworth. 20 cases. I don't think we're going to get through them in the next, whatever it is, until the next one. Look at a cardinal. I'm guessing I know what this one's for. All right, stop. The hands are not going to work today again, I can see. Anytime the back of a card starts off when Yadier Molina, you know things are going downhill from there. Where's Joe? I can hear Joe right now. Oh, no, he didn't. Yes, I did, Joe. Yes, I did. So, CL, what does the Kelnick look like? Is it a big card? Is it a mini card? Ooh, just wiped it out there, boy. Oh, look at that. Here's Joe again. Oh, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. He just pulled a Ozzie Smith autograph for you. Look at that. Ozzie. Come on. How nice is that? How nice is Ozzie? Birdie. I like it. Brian Anderson. Uh-oh. And for the White Sox, Harold Baines. Man, that's in one box. Ozzie Smith and then a Harold Baines rip card in one box. I'd call that a box. I'd call that a box. I'd be saying, hey, that's a box. Harold Baines for the White Sox. I am not a big fan of Ozzie. You know why? He's everyone that I have spoken to said in real life he is a schmuck. Everyone. I mean, genuinely everyone that I have spoken to. Hey, take these out to Ian, please. Everyone. What the? What's that stuff? Boy. Kick your butt. Ozzie Albies, he's trying very hard to knock everything down. Seagar. Joe, you're telling me that you haven't heard that about Ozzie? I have genuinely spoken to more than a dozen people, and not one person has said they've met Ozzie in real life and he was a nice guy. Every one of them said he was a schmuck. I haven't met him in real life. I keep waiting for him to show up at the shop to see if I have any unlicensed memorabilia of his that I'm selling, which I hear Jack Clark does, but he hasn't shown up yet. All right, that makes sense, Max. I am not a fan of players' real lives, and I'm a fan of their baseball. Bunk. Cal Ripken Jr. Jordan. Oh, okay. Well, so that's one out of 13. So that's nice. I don't know if that says something good about Ozzie or something bad about you. Crochet. Crochet. I got a bunch of Ozzie autographs that I bought with all that stuff I bought. Oh my Lord, I have so many former Cardinal player autographs. I just got to get them. I got to get them authenticated before I go to sell them. Alec Bohm. Josie Altuve, full size jersey relic for Josie Altuve. Full size jersey relic. Tony Dorsett takes the cake when it comes to a worthless former pro athlete. Well, that's not nice at all. What's going on here? I don't like some kind of funky something. Back here more. Oh, you know what? Landon, turn on that light behind me.
Okay.
I didn't turn on the light behind me. Schmidt. Like, why does it look funky? Well, it looks funky, dummy, because you didn't turn on the lights. Cronenworth. Jacob deGrom. Garcia, black border. Jonathan India. For a little dude, though, he's got some pop in his bat. I'm telling you what. He can hit those home runs. Max Scherzer. So far, the Scherzer trade has, I don't think, has helped the Dodgers a lot. Not Dodgers, dummy. Nationals. I think it's just, you've just replaced a pitcher and not added a pitcher, you know? So, Young. Yan. Ginter. Liam. Willie. And the Red Sox are falling apart, huh? Red Sox are just like falling apart, Reggie. Vaughn. Bisabe. Best team in the American League. Is it the Rays or is it the White Sox? Barry Larkin. Yeah, I don't think it helped the Dodgers, though. I don't think it helped the Dodgers. I wonder if it was to have Trey Turner next year so they can get rid of Seagar. Easy. I don't know. I don't know if it's the White Sox. I think it might be the Rays. Mascots in real life. This one belongs to the Mets. So there's two baseball ones. One's the Mets and one's the Reds. Last night, wouldn't you know it, in that case that we did on eBay, we hit two of the Giants mascots, one, and they go with the other spot in eBay. So I didn't get any. What I like about the White Sox when I watch them is that they're cocky enough to believe they can win, you know, and I think that, hold on, let me do it. And that, I think, helps teams a lot, those kind of teams. They're young enough to not know any better, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Coke, they're the kind of team that doesn't realize that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing until it's done. They're like, oh, well, we did it. Well, maybe the rest of the Central needs to start winning. Maybe that's a problem. Alec Bohm. How close is anyone to the Padres in the wild card? Or who are the two wild card teams, I guess? I don't know who they are. White Sox and who? Is it the Reds? I think I agree with you, CL. I don't think their pitching is as strong as it could be. And inevitably, It's pitching that wins World Series. I mean the Padres. Did I say the White Sox, the Padres, and who else? I don't think they have enough pitching. Lou Brock. Jonathan India. I always talk about the Giants with trepidation, and I'm going to talk about them with trepidation again. But you watch that team, and they're good. Man, the Giants are good. I'm flabbergasted every single time I watch them play a game. Sanchez, huh? And see how well they're leading baseball in home runs. The Giants are leading all of baseball in home runs. When the hell did that happen? Yount. And they are just so ridiculously deep. The guy that whatever Farhan is a smart guy. They still are not at full strength. They still don't have Longoria back. Vlad Sr., so you guys know Nationals. And yet, man, they've won 5 in a row. They just look like a machine. I don't know what to think. Dallas Keuchel. Hey, look. Jay Waddle. Yeah, Bryant has played well for the Giants, too.
Hey, would you mind if I do the pay?
What?
Mind if I do the pay?
Why? What do you need?
Caffeine.
Why don't you just take the other card and get some caffeine?
Why?
We'll talk about it. Where's that one at? Is it in my wallet?
Did I give it back to you?
I don't know.
No, I didn't.
You have it? All right, see if anybody else wants anything. Joey Bart. Yeah, but all the offense in the world doesn't. When's the last time a team won the World Series with offense? They don't. They win the World Series with pitching. And those guys, the other side of that coin is those guys are young enough that if things start going poorly, it will escalate quickly. That's what happens with young teams. They're great when they're winning, but when adversity hits, they don't know how to adjust to it as quickly as the veteran teams do. And I do honestly believe if it came down to the White Sox and the Giants would win the World Series in probably 5. Yelich. And that's not a homer talk. Any homer talk. I just really think I really do believe that the White Sox just aren't there yet. Cepeda just aren't there yet. Could be wrong. Lester. And I don't think the White Sox are a better team than the Dodgers either. Yeah, you might be right, CL. You know, the Astros are slumping a little bit, but man, they're a good team too. God, they're a good team. The A's, I'm never betting on the A's. Strawberries. Oh, why couldn't you be something? What are you? What are you? Why are you turned backwards? I don't understand why you're turned backwards. Kim. Yeah, Max, though, you said it was going to be the Padres in World Series, so no offense, but This year, if I had to pick one picture, it would be Gaussman. I think he has been an absolute monster. He's been an absolute monster. He's had a couple of hitches in his giddy up. Yeah, but you know what? The Giants have, though, what a lot of other teams don't have, what the Dodgers have, but the Giants have even more. The Giants have a bunch of veterans.
Is there something you wanted?
No, I'm good. The Giants who have a bunch of veterans who have been there and know how to get it done. You're still talking 3 guys on the team who have 3 World Series each. No, he's not stinking it up. You're absolutely wrong about that. And did he? The guy, you got to give the guy some slack. He just came back from taking off because of some family issues. Trust me when I tell you, I am absolutely not worried about the Giants pitching. I honestly, if you told me the pitcher that would be the pitch in the Giants World Series game was Logan Webb, I'd be like, Logan Webb, that's fine. Logan Webb has been pitching like an absolute monster lately too. Nothing I would call huge. What's up, CL? I mean, what's up, Jonathan? My bad. Again, I'm not convinced that it's going to be the Giants in the World Series. I mean, if you forced me to put money on it right now, and I took everything else out of it, my homer and everything else out of it, I would still put money on the Dodgers. I would still put money on the Dodgers to win the West. Not to necessarily win the World Series, but to win the West. I'm happy the way that they're playing. I do think they are a legitimate team. I do think they are a legitimate team. I think they're also an older team, and so I would hedge there. That would be my one hedge. Now, if they're at the end of August, if they're still playing like they're playing now, I forget about it. But if I'm gonna homer it, I'm gonna tell you that Diamondbacks, huh? I'm going to tell you that the Giants, unless you're a fan of the Giants, there are a lot of intangibles that you just cannot see where that team is concerned. And they're a team that everybody likes to write off for some reason. I don't know why. They know how to win when it counts. They know how to win when it counts. And they've got an attitude and a swagger with them. And as much as I am not a huge fan of his, Buster Posey brings so much to that team in terms of quiet calm, which I don't like. But he does in terms of quiet calm and confidence. I mean, that team, they are more confident. When you mix confidence with been there, done that, they're really, really a scary team. They're a scary team. Max, yesterday you said it was going to be the Padres and the White Sox. Come on. Again, don't take this the wrong way, Max. You know, everyone here loves you to death, but you've been chirping about the Padres too long for anyone to care about anything else. Now you're in the just wait till 2022 mode. You gave up on your team when your team is not even out of it. You gave up on your team. Shame on you. What's going on, Tom? You gave up on the Padres. Alex Break. And the Padres can still win it all. I still think there's an outside chance the Padres could win it all. Other. I don't think the Brewers can. Well, then you've been speaking out of both sides of it a lot. Yes, it does, Chris. You are 100% right. And you would know. You know what I'm saying? Tom, you are so... Tom, when you're right, you're right. A rhino. I still believe, and I will believe until they prove me wrong, that World Series hangover is a real thing. And I think the Dodgers do suffer from it this year. I think naturally the team is so strong that they're doing what they're doing, but I do not believe and I do not see the fire in the belly, Tatis, that I saw with them last year when I've seen them play. They don't have the fire in the belly. And Betts has been hurt, and Kershaw's hurt, and, you know, all these other things. You know, it probably should be the Dodgers. I just don't believe it will be, which is why I said early on that I think the World Series winner comes from the American League. Now, that was before the Giants decided that they wanted to play this year. I'm going to say in non-homer fashion, I think the Giants control their own destiny this year. I think Chris Bryant was, as CL said, he was just such a good pickup for them. He fit so well with that team, and you can see it when you look at the dugout that they just fit so well together. And they were not hurting on offense before they picked up Bryant. So they are not hurting anymore. And if you look at their pitchers, look at their pitching, look at their numbers compared to the rest of the league. They are a top 5 pitching staff in baseball. They are a top 5 pitching staff. To go along with the, what are they, third still in run differential in baseball? Have they moved up to second yet? George Solar, it's easy to dismiss the Giants. I don't know why, but if, you know, I think they control their own destiny. I don't think anyone else in baseball controls their own destiny other than the Giants. No one in the American League controls their own destiny, I don't believe. I think everyone else has something that is a problem. Even the White Sox. I mean, weren't the White Sox just recently swept by the Yankees? Is that what I remember? Eddie Murray. So, what does that mean? Does that mean the American League East is getting better? Hey, Ryan, you are 100% correct. I have no idea what. Every time I see something, they say, "Oh, the Giants are leading the baseball in all of baseball in homers." I'm like, "What the hell is going on here? When did this happen? Is this some kind of alternate universe that the San Francisco Giants, who normally are in the bottom 5 in home runs, are leading all of baseball? When the hell did that happen?" So I agree with you 100%. But that's what tells me this is not a fluke. This tells me this is not a fluke. Sarah Spain. I'm going to fully and freely admit that I'm going to spend the rest of this entire year waiting for the other shoe to drop. Waiting for the other shoe to drop. Well, Posey's having a normal Posey year when he's healthy. Crawford, I don't know what the hell is going on with Crawford. Guy's batting 300 with 20 home runs and 70 RBIs, something right around there. Nobody expected that, except that Crawford's in the last year of his contract. Well, Longoria's in the last year of his contract. Buster Posey's in the last year of his contract. Brandon Belt is in the last year of his contract. And all these guys are performing. I wonder why. I wonder if one has anything to do with the other. So, Crawford got an extension? When did that happen? I never know anything. Did that happen today? If you had to point to one player that has made the difference for the Giants, though, you really can't do it because there's so many different guys who are performing well. Good for him. 2 years. That is excellent. He deserves it. They're going to pick up Posey for 2 more years, which might spell the end of. This is thicker. Spell the end of Joey Bart, in my opinion. It is way thicker. Oh, crack it open. Let's see.
It looks like 2 packs thick.
All right, crack it open. Let's see if it's a book or something like that. Then we'll know. Darren Ruff has been great.
No, it's just an overly thick normal pack.
Just overly stuffed pack. Sometimes that happens. Lamont Wade Jr. Lamont Wade Jr. has been amazing. Amazing, that guy has been amazing. And they have not hardly played Mauricio Dubon, who they relied on heavily last year. He has not hardly played at all this year because they just haven't needed him. Donovan Solano will wind up hitting 300 this year. He's hitting the cover off the ball lately. The Giants are a legit team. The back end is solid. What'd they give him? What'd they give him, Alex? Hopefully they didn't give him too much. He's old. Well, he definitely deserves it. He was good last year. He's been good this year. Now the Giants are going to be, and they're the oldest team in baseball, right? He does not stink. 2 years, $32 million. I think he's worth that, Chris Bryant. I think he's worth that. I don't think that's an overpay, so I like that. Cubs. I don't think Longoria is coming back. Hey, is that this? I'm sure those are separated out. Old fish. So he's a Marlin? That's terrible. Poor Mauricio Dubon. Cronenworth. Uncle Larry goes with the Phillies. So I don't know. Who knows? That's what isn't this why baseball is such a great game? This is why baseball is such a great game. In the NBA, this doesn't happen. In the NBA, this doesn't happen. Well, I guess every once in a while it does in the NBA, but not too often. I guess you can kind of look at Chris Paul last year and say it happened that way. But but in the NFL, this doesn't happen. Oh, the Giants have a lot of money next year open. Only in baseball does this seem to happen. That's why baseball is such a great game. Does Uncle Larry have ink? I don't feel like we've had a lot of ink to begin with. Been hitting a lot of crappy relics. It is so different. It is so different. Even with a terrible guy running baseball, Rob, I don't know. Let's change it. I don't know. You don't need to change anything about baseball. Baseball is great the way it is. Hats off. And the thing you have to ask yourself, if you're a fan of the National League West teams, the thing you have to ask yourself about the Giants if you're any of the other NL West teams, is this year a fluke or is this year the beginning? Is it a fluke or is it beginning? I know what Max is going to say because Max is a one-trick pony. But I don't think it's a fluke. I don't think it's a fluke. I think this is a beginning. 2 minutes. Hold on. I gotta do this stack and then do that. What?
We've got like 5 or 6 people over there.
Playing.
Still
That's
play
good.
Magic and card games.
I knew what Max was gonna say. Dude, I announced the first ever game with robo umpires. Wow. We're going to have to talk about that sometime, Chris. When I start doing my podcast, Much Ado About Nothing, I'll have you on there. But don't be upset if anybody doesn't listen because, you know. Hold on one second. I got to get pricing up. Oh, it is a beginning, CL. It is a beginning. That is a deep farm system. That is a deep farm system. Offensively, they're going to be good for a long time, and you can buy pitching. You can buy pitching. So give me one sec, guys. I got to get pricing up for the Prism. And you can't buy the intangibles. You cannot buy the intangibles.
I'm just going to keep these back here for now because we have to sort.
And there aren't a lot of organizations. This is not a homer. This is not a Giants homer speaking. I just don't think there are a lot of organizations that have the kind of intangibles that the Giants have. Pricing. Paste, doggone it. Oh, doggone it. Well, you know, if you were smarter than what you're trying to paste in there. I'm delusional? Okay. You're right, I'm delusional. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because again, you're missing the entire team. It's clear the people who do watch and do not watch certain teams, and do not pay attention to what's going on with certain teams. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Bobby Dahlbeck. And once again, I will just sit back and wait and watch. And wait and watch. When the Padres don't perform again next year, they won't. They won't. And we'll have to hear all the consternation again next year. I honestly, Miles, I hated the idea of universal DH, and then when we had it last year, I was okay with it. I was okay with it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. None of the players they have on the team are worthwhile right now. None of the players have a couple more years left in them, and won't be performing. No Mike Yastrzemski. No, none of those guys. No, none of them. You're absolutely right. So the guys that are performing well now will just fall off the face of the earth after this year. You are 100% correct. Uh-oh, rip card. Oh, double-sided. Oh, no, it's the Mets and the Dodgers. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Did the same person have the Mets and the Dodgers? Oh, no. Okay. Bob. Got to take that down. Bob broke the rules. Timeout. We should take the We should take this away from Bob because he used naughty words. Bob's in timeout. For shame, Bob. How could you? Dual rip Dodgers. Poor Bob. Poor Bob. I don't feel bad for him at all. Ooh, do we have a mag? Darn it. I'm guessing there's no metal in there. I bet a robo game, Chris, would have been weird. Would have been weird. But that's pretty cool. We're going to talk about that at some point. Look for my new podcast, Much Ado About Nothing, sometime before I die. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird that we pulled a dual rip from the Dodgers and the Mets? Is DeGrom pitching tonight? Is DeGrom pitching? If DeGrom is not pitching, then that gives you another layer. Oh, this is a /25. Ooh, this is a big one. Because Kershaw is out. If DeGrom is not pitching. Yeah, it's going to random, Chris. So the way that we've done it in the Facebook group is the way that we always done it. It's based on the cost of the team. So for every $10 the team costs, you get one spot. Hey, Brooklyn back. Round it up. So if you were a $79 team, you get 8 spots. What? Is that a triple rip?
No, this is for
Oh, that's for that? Did we get either one of those triple rips?
I don't know.
No? You can't tell?
Yeah, I can't tell.
Brooklyn back. So we'll figure that out.
Well, you might want to.
DeGrom is hurt too. What are the odds of that? 2 pitchers on the rip that are both hurt. Nope. I missed this one. DeGrom for the rest of the year, Mike, huh? That's rough. That sucks for the Mets. Big time. Giant squid. You know what? The giant squid is also known as Padres fan. I'm just saying. I've heard them refer to that a lot as that. And not in a good way. I almost wrote Padres on there. Seriously. I had to stop and think about it for a second. Why was your message automatically held for review? Hold on. Did you say something naughty? Well, that was an accident. Landon, what are you reading? Quit reading that stuff. What's the matter with you? Quit looking at that screen. Pay attention to what you're doing. I don't need you reading that kind of terrible language. Oh my Lord. Okay, line. Orlando Cepeda. So the so that's why baseball is such a great game. Because what we're doing right here, right now, look at us sitting here talking crap on each other's teams. Hey, look at that. Uncle Larry relic. For Bob, he's in timeout. So the baseball force has balanced it out and given him an Uncle Larry. He can't talk to you right now, Chris. He's in timeout. Martinez. Bob is timed out. And I don't go with the excuse from anyone that, oh, it slipped. You're typing it out. Honestly, you're typing it out. If it slipped because you're typing it out, you got a whole nother set of problems you got to worry about. If you can't keep from using profanity when you're typing the words out, that's a whole nother set of problems. He'll be back in a minute, Chris. That's a whole nother set of problems you got. Oops. Whatever. Yeah, really? Is anyone using speech to text? Anyone? Or is Rebel just throwing stuff out there that is just absolutely nonsense? I'm going with absolute nonsense. Because if you think that this feed is valuable enough to set that up voice to text, then, you know, I mean, I like you more, but I think you might be a little wrong. Hang on. Dune's about to go live. Let me get my voice to text set up. Yeah, I don't think those words have ever been said. There's no disagreement. There's no disagreement. How can there be a disagreement when it's my rules? When it's my rules, Bob. You can't have disagreements about my rules. Either you can be here under my rules or not be here under my rules. It's really simple. And guess what? I got news for you, Stead. If you had just one time acknowledged that I am your favorite breaker, I wouldn't have put you in timeout. But because you didn't, because you won't acknowledge the truth, then, you know, I had to put you in timeout. It kind of hurt my finger, too. George Carlin list. If I did, I have to put myself in timeout. So, Dune, the interesting part of robo-umps was that they would actually call strikes still on instinct when the computer would call ball. Huh, that's kind of neat. No, not one of. I want to hear from your fingers, favorite. Favorite. That's what I want to hear from you. None. No Trout autos. The feed went down beforehand, not during. Favorite. Favorite. So wait a minute. So why they have the regular umps there as well, and are the umps just there to say, well, the computer said strike or the computer said ball? Is that why they're there? Autograph. Tyler Stevenson. Nice. There's CL with good pricing. 2 bills. If you guys work something out privately, let me know. If not, we're going to random it. The George Carlin list goes something like this. We are allowed to say crap ton and hell. Anything beyond that, we can't say. And crap ton can only be used as a unit of weight. Unit of weight. That's because you're too busy furiously typing about how great the Padres aren't, Max. If you weren't so busy typing about how great the Padres aren't all the time, then maybe you would see more. But you've got Padres blinders on. Oh, he's the greatest player in the history of the game. He's the Mike Trout. Oh, crap, he's hurt again. He's the Mike Trout. Oh, he's hurt again. What? He swung the bat and threw his shoulder out. He is definitely the Mike Trout of the National League. And here he is. Fernando, my shoulder jumps out of socket whenever I do anything. Tatis Jr. The best player, man, he'd have been one of the greatest players ever if his shoulder wasn't always bad. Maybe I shouldn't try to be an announcer. Maybe I shouldn't try to be an announcer. Maybe I'm not cut out to be as kind as Chris probably is. Chris probably a nice guy. Chris is probably much nicer than I am. Because some fan from some other team would walk up to me. I'm like, get out of here. I'm a homer. Walkie-talkie, the umps earpiece. Huh. You know, it makes sense, though. It would make sense, though. Why should hell be on the list? Is hell a place? Hell is a place. Hell is a place. You know how I know? Because Max is there right now. Max is in hell because he's a Padre fan. That's how I know it's a real place, Stanton. Uncle Larry. So as long as hell is a place. Now, and here, Miles, the way we do it is based on how much you paid. I always believed, have always believed, will always believed, the team that paid more for their spot should have the upper hand when it comes to a random, which is why we do it this way. I think if you spent $150 and somebody else spent $29, that you should have a better chance at winning whatever the big card is than the $29 one, which is why we do it by how much you paid. I don't know what I'm saying now. We lost the break a long time ago. The break is lost. Dozier. I'd be behind there, Chris, and I'd be like, yeah, the computer's wrong. It's a strike. And then someone would come out to argue balls and strikes, which you can't do, and then I'd toss them. Hey, look at that. Fernando, my shoulder comes out of socket. No matter, I bet you threw his shoulder out signing this card right here. I bet you threw his shoulder out right there signing that card. Somebody should have bought the Padres. If somebody believed in the Padres more, they would have probably bought this team. But because they don't, they didn't effort as hard as they should have, and now they have missed out on an autograph. He can say hell. There it is, Fernando Tatis Jr. I like it. I like it. I know you tried. I know you tried. I know it's hard. But if I can't make fun of you, then, you know, what gives the break, Joey Votto? The break is no fun. We'd be talking about boring stuff like they do on other breaks. Or I'd just be sitting here talking to Landon like so many other breakers do. They don't actually engage anyone. They talk to the people that are around them all the time. Let's just talk to everybody else around us. Let's just talk to everybody about anything except talking, you know. Let's not talk to the people who are actually paying for the break. Let's talk to our friend who's sitting next to us about how the paint in the house is not drying as fast as it should. Dude, I went on a date with this chick the other night. She was like crazy. Yeah, nobody wants to hear it. Lucas Giolito. But anyway, let me tell you about this. Gleyber Torres. Whatever, dude. Shut up, talk about the break. Thanks a lot, guys, for buying into our break. We'll ship in a month. You know, I kind of get Max's straight to the hits. I do. I get it. You know, because there's a lot of guys who are just some of the guys who do that. They usually aren't they almost all the big volume guys. I mean, I kind of get it. Walsh, but you could still talk to people, right? Say something to somebody. Uncle Larry, put Bob in timeout. I'm not going to say any names, CL, but you and I have been on one or two, you know, Glybar Tories where they pay attention to everybody else but what's going on. Whatever it is, Jesse, just let me know. I'll take care of it for you. Oh man, do you get banter here, don't we? Don't we? I'm going to tell you guys, I couldn't tell you how many times lately in the feed on eBay after midnight, it's been me and Max and Jesse going at it about the Dodgers, Padres, and Giants. I would guess if I were a betting man, I'd say there are people who only bought into my break one time because of the trash talking we do. Rodriguez is a Seattle Mariner. And there's a lot of it. Mostly Jesse and Max. Because, you know, I sit in the position of power. But it's fun. Hey, I got good news. I have 33 boxes. 30, count them. 33 blaster boxes. Oh, here comes a hot box, guys. Of Topps Chrome. 33 blasters. Woo, don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. 33 that will actually be here before release date. 33. And we're just going to break all 33. 33. I only ordered like 500. 33. All right, guys. Last box about to be open, Mojo. I cannot stress that enough. Lubob. 33. Maybe I'm saying that too much. But anyway, that's just going to all go into one break. Mountain Castle. I'm not going to put that in the shop. You know why I'm not going to put that into the shop? Because Miles might show up and try to buy it all up. And I don't want to encourage him. Glybar. Yankee. I don't want to encourage Miles. So it's all going into a break. All 33 of them. Jeffers. Soroka, black border. Cronenworth, sleeve and top load him. Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. Bob's team is the Phillies. Bob is a Philly fanatic. Trust me when I tell you, I've had to virtually hold Bob more than one time because the Phillies have played poorly. He'll message me and it will be filled with virtual tears and virtual snot. And I'm like, oh Lord, here we go again. Colorado Rockies mascot in real life. Colorado Rockies mascot. Bunk. Hey, look at that. It's an autograph of a dude. I have no idea who he is. And a card behind him of Harold Baines. That was stuck to him. Nagadini. Nagandi. I don't know. Oh, he's a sports anchor. What sport does he do? What sport does he do? I don't know what sport he does. Hey, Chris, while you're out there calling your games, remember I'm a Giants fan. So if anything ever comes up for the Giants, you know. Oriano. Wood Jr. Moynihan. Is he baseball tonight? I don't know who he is. Nolan Arenado. Buster. He does not look familiar to me. How about Gurry Yell? $100. What are we doing? $100 for? Are we making a deal for the dual rip thing? Arihara, Casey Mice. Uncle Larry. Dylan. Ginter back. Arihara. Is that what we're doing? Bob's sending him $100. Bobby Dahlbeck. And a Shark. And Alec Boehm. Johnny Bench. Better player, Roberto Clemente or Johnny Bench? If you're going to build your team with one player and you had to start with either Bench or Clemente, where do you start? Oh. Bench or Clemente. Mike Trout and then Babe Ruth right behind him. That's crazy. Well, then don't answer. You have to tell us it's not yours. Just don't answer. Roberto. I mean, I can see that. Get up there, dude. Big EO. 6-0. Oops. Carlos Carrasco. Damn, these little ones are... You got it all done, Nat?
Yeah.
Really? Well, you still have time. What's going on here? Soto. Otani. Ozuna. So you don't know baseball history. Gotcha. It's not embarrassing at all. That's not embarrassing at all. Sheffield is a Marlin. I got to not make fun of Max all the time, even though it's fun. Whit Merrifield and a Shark. And a Shark. Joey Bart. Okay, all those are going to get sleeved. Let's sleeve and top load these guys real quick. I know you are. By now, Max, if you couldn't take it, you'd have been gone. Alec Boehm. Alec Boehm. Casey Mize. So what else we got going on? I think I would start with Johnny Bench too. Much as I like Roberto Clemente, a power hitting catcher is a real commodity. A rare commodity. Topps Chrome is very weird. Why? What? Into what packs? Like the regular packs? So what's in the blasters? Oh. A big ship. Well, I guess I didn't see it, Max. Joey Bart. Boom. Just leave it there. Leave it there. Fighter blue. Help get these minis and things sleeved. Willie Mays. Jazz Chisholm. Mikey the Fish. Tavares. George Soler. A world leader. Boston. Huh. Carlos Correa. Yeah, they did cut something out, didn't they? But what were pinks were in the blasters and sepias were in the other ones? Scoop ball. I don't know. That's weird. Why did they do that? Opened my traditional annual Allen and Ginter box. Ended up with a hot box and a crochet auto /25. I didn't know about that. Oh, it's the other way. Sixto. Andy Young. Dahlbeck. Vaughn. Some kind of place that's far away. You want me to show that to everybody? Value packs? Yeah. Yes, that is right. Are those the ones that the top didn't produce this year? I know there was something they didn't produce this year. So it makes sense that they would do that if that were the case. Wagner. Paredes, black border. So I'm sending the duel to the Mets. I mean to the Dodgers. Hey, there she is again. I will eventually get that autographed. Bisabe. Lou Gehrig, no number Ginter back. Very nice. Okay. Bob Stedling. Did I put him in timeout again? Dude, I really hope you get more blasters. Then I can try and help you. You know what? I got 33 coming in, Jesse. That's all I'm getting. I'm getting 33. That is my entire allotment. I shan't be getting more unless I go to the secondary market and buy them. Stroman. And so I will say that unless something magical happens. The first wave of numbers that I received for the reloads from my distributors, I will not be buying any more Topps Chrome Jumbos. So there you go. Because the numbers that I was given this morning are ridiculous. Ridiculous. There's, yeah, it's just, no. I can't. I could not in good conscience. I mean, I know for some of you it doesn't matter, and I think that is fantastic, but those kind of things do matter to me, and I cannot in good conscience spend the money that I for those rebuys, because it would put me at a break point that I don't want to be at. Truthfully. Are we confirmed? Okay, we're confirmed. All right. So this then is going to the Dodgers. So I'm going to take a wait and see approach to our reload of Kirilloff for the Twins, to our reload of Topps Chrome. Truthfully, because I believe those numbers are not correct. I do not believe the numbers are as high as people are trying to jam them up to be. And B, CA. I don't think the numbers are going to be quite what they were. CL, I think I'm going to decline. The number we talked about is actually, the number is better than the number that I was given for restock for my distributors, for the non-allocated numbers. Yes, and the thing is, guys, honestly, we're going to be able to break what we have for this first wave at a better price than if I bought the equal. What I was going to do, this is what I was going to do. All right, let me just tell you all, since we only have this last box and we got to be through this one. What I was going to do, mascots and bald eagle. I was going to buy whatever the equivalent of for the first round and then average it. But I think even with the averages, I don't like the number. The Nationals. Okay, well, it makes sense. I don't like the numbers. So I'm just not going to do it. I honestly, truly believe that the numbers are going to be lower than what they're trying to push them for right now. I truly believe that. If I'm wrong, I'm okay to be wrong on this one. I'm okay with breaking this at a price that I'll be happy with and then being done with it, because I love Topps Chrome, but it can be a very, very unforgiving product. Tiana and at, I don't even want to think about it. At a $5,000 break, which I still believe there will be people out there trying to break it for $5,000. Hey, look at that. That's what Sam wanted. Sam asked for a Kirilloff auto, and Sam got a Kirilloff auto. Good for you, Sam. I don't know. So, again, do I think ultimately the way that I handle things, does it hurt us a little bit financially? It does. It does. Because I think the breaks would sell either way. No, I don't think. I know they would sell either way. But One way I can sleep well, and the other way I don't sleep so good. So ultimately, where are we going to end up on the first wave? Probably 4 and 4 is where we're going to end up on the first wave. And oh, wrong way. And I'm okay with that first wave. Unless you guys want me to go the other way, you tell me. I mean, if you're willing to pay 25% more, I'm happy to do it. And I imagine, and again, I'm not saying this for any other thing than I believe it to be true. I imagine our 25% will probably still be cheaper than a number of breakers out there. So we'll see. Moniac. Again, I hope that I'm wrong when I say this, but I really do think you're going to see $5,000 breaks. And I just can't, I just can't stomach that. India. That's Casey Mize. That's no bueno. Posey. Cronenworth. I think you're at 46 to 5,000, you know, and I think even at 46, you know, I have a problem with 46. I don't, it's just what it is. So that's me. But I would like to know what you guys, if you guys start seeing numbers out there, shoot me a message. I'd love to know what you're starting to see. Because if I'm wrong, I know what the distributors want for it. But if I'm wrong, then there's still time to make adjustments. You know what I'm saying? And you're complaining about 3 Zach McKinstry's? I thought everybody loved Zach McKinstry. Not everybody loves Zach McKinstry. Man, good autos today, though. Doggone good autos today.
That's all stuff that needs to be sleeved.
Yeah, those are all the hot box cards that need to be sleeved. These don't, but these do.
And that stuff over there needs to be sleeved.
And that stuff needs to be sleeved. Where's Lincoln at?
He's out there working on stuff.
Is he sleeving?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is sleeve, this is sleeve, and that's sleeve. And those can go the other way. Mount Castle. These are the silver packs. Cronenworth. I mean the hot box. Mize, Bohm, and Sanchez. That's better than I'm seeing. Let's go with this style relic. Will Ferrell, Mike Trout, Waddle, Jacoby Jones, Uncle Larry, Hunter, Gurriel, Flaherty, and Tiana. And at some point, you know, it becomes priced to the point where you can't buy it. Then you're, you know, I don't know. Hader, Muncie, Kepler, Kinder Falafel, Marte, Aaron Judge, Sanchez, DeYoung.
Are these not box cards?
Oh yeah, that one is. I missed that one.
There's a whole stack in the.
Yeah, get those out. Those need to be sleeved.
I'll have.
McNeil, Castillo, Martinez, Dozier, Sheffield, Scooball, and Mickey Moniak. Pats and Gino sucks. I don't know who that is. So things we took out and sleeve for the little ones. Lou Gehrig was a no-number Ginter back. Dylan Carlson was a Ginter back. Hoyer is a Brooklyn back, 21 out of 25. Crochet is a Ginter back, and Kirilov is a Ginter back. Let's go with the mini relic. Full-size jersey, Altuve, Barry Larkin, Tatis, Hank Aaron, and Correa. Hey, 4-bout relics. Autos, 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Did I miss an auto somewhere? That's the first case we've had 5 instead of 6. So, rip cards, we had 2 out of 99. Harold Baines. He's a Hall of Famer. And then the dual rip out of 25. 17 out of 25. DeGrom and Kershaw. That's going to the Dodgers. Autographs, let's put them in order of all 4 of the autographs are decent. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with all of those. I still don't know who this guy's on Baseball Night. Is that what we said? That's all sleeve. And that. So why are you sleeving? Leave it to them. And then Tyler Stevenson. It's a good auto. Where's my? I don't like the lighting here. I got to work on this. Kirilov, Fernando Tatis, and Ozzie Smith. Cannot knock the autographs. Can't knock the autographs at all. All right, guys. 15 minutes. We'll light up the case of Prism baseball, and then we'll break that at 8, and then we'll be into eBay tonight. So thank you. Appreciate it. Good conversation as always. No one has more fun than we do when we talk about nonsense, which is what we like to talk about. So that's what we're going to do. So you guys have a great rest of your night. If I could do anything for anyone, please reach out to me and let me know. Take care of yourself. If you're in St. Louis, make sure you come by and say hi. I'll talk to you guys soon.